Hey guys, I am so sorry. I have been MIA for quite some time, and I promised I was gonna come back with some videos, but I have a legitimate reason. I promise. Back in September, I found out on the same day that I found out I got promoted that I was pregnant with my third child. So that put a little brakes on a couple things because I was also preparing to go compete for Miss Veteran America back in October, which, might I add, was one of the most incredible things that I have ever done. I met some wonderful women. Even though I did not win, I placed in top 10, and I am so grateful for the experience. They picked 3 amazing women to carry on the title for Miss Veteran America, first and second runner-up. So you ladies, you guys are beautiful and you're doing an amazing job. So that was around the time when I went to competition, is when I first started getting really sick. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you had morning sickness. No, I was legit sick. Like, I don't even know how I made it through some of the competition portions. There was a couple ladies there that knew I was pregnant and knew I was really sick, but they were like just fantastic at making sure I was okay, making sure that I was good to go. So thank you ladies for that. But when I got back from Miss Veteran America, literally when I got back, I went to the hospital, and I was there for about 4 days getting fluids and medication because I was diagnosed with hyperemesis. Don't get me lying, I can never say the last part. It's called Gravidarum, Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Probably saying that wrong, so I'm just going to either say hyperemesis or HG, which is another name for hyperemesis for short. So, but hyperemesis is one of the most horrible things that your body can go through. As a woman and a mother who's had hyperemesis with my previous pregnancies, it's been a relief this go around, kind of knowing that what I've had with my previous boys was, there was something for it. There was a name for it, because I legitimately thought I just had morning sickness and it was just bad. Unfortunately, I was one of those people that got morning sickness and got it pretty bad. But that wasn't the case. I actually had a legitimate illness called hyperemesis. So my doctors kept prescribing me Zofran and Reglan, and none of it was working. I was throwing up. Now let me get into the details, because you're like, oh, so you know what's the difference between hyperemesis and morning sickness? So morning sickness, you wake up, you're sick, blah, it goes away. You feel like crap a little bit, but for the most part you're fine. You're having a functioning pregnancy. With hyperemesis, you're 24/7 sick. Like, it doesn't go away. You're nauseated all day. You cannot eat, you cannot drink. I can drink water. Like water, I would throw it back up. Just sip of water, it's coming back up. It's not staying down at all. Anything, people say, oh, eat crackers. You can eat some saltines, it'll make you better. No, crackers don't work. Ginger doesn't work. None of that stuff works for hyperemesis. So if you know someone who is going through hyperemesis, don't tell her to drink, you know, ginger ale or eat saltine crackers, because none of the stuff that works for morning sickness will work for hyperemesis. So you may mean well, but trust me, if you have hyperemesis, you have tried every single thing in the book. None of it works. C-bands for your wrist, I've tried it all. None of it worked. Nothing worked. And I wasn't keeping anything down. So I ended up losing about 25 to 30 pounds. 30 was at my very worst. And I'm still putting back on the weight that I lost. So, you know, some of it I was like, ooh, I'm kind of slim. But at a certain point I was like, okay, this is too much. I look like a skeleton, because I'm already 5'3". Any more weight that I lose, I'm disappearing here. So I was pretty slim. Sickly. People at work were just like, what's going on? I thought you were pregnant. Now you just look like you need to go back to the hospital. So I was looking pretty bad. But thank God my nurses, they were like, this is one amazing nurse named Marissa. I have to give her a shout out because she was so amazing. She was like, well, if it's not working, we got to figure out something else. And I asked her about the Zofran pump, because I had a pump with my other son, but I didn't know that they gave me the pump because I had hyperemesis. I just thought they were giving me a pump to help me with my sickness. I didn't know it was because, oh, you have hyperemesis. My doctors with my last son never told me I had hyperemesis. So to know now that the reason why I was so sick with my other 2 boys was because I have an illness, it's like, wow. And I was like in tears because I knew what was finally wrong. So she was like, we got to do something else about this. Let's put in for a pump. And I don't know why my insurance company was dragging ass on getting me this pump, but it took almost 2 weeks for me to get the pump. And that 2 weeks I was losing more weight, just falling apart. Just my husband, he was just like, I don't know what to do, but he's such a big support. Like, he's been doing everything around the house with the boys, and he's been really great. Thank God for him. But I was still losing weight, and finally the pump got approved. And the home care nurse actually comes to your house, and they show you how to put the pump together, how to you know, administer your medication, and how to use the pump, because a lot of buttons on there and you're like, whoa, what is this? But this pump was different from my last pump, but they still pretty much do the same thing. But for that first week with the pump, it wasn't doing anything, and I was like, oh man, like, this is the worst. I've had hyperemesis. I've had it with my other 2 boys, but this was the absolute worst. I was just like, oh my gosh, why am I so freaking sick this time? Like, I just was like, at one point, and I hate to say this, but I know a lot of women who have hyperemesis, you get to the point where you are so sick that unfortunately you're like, maybe I should just abort the baby. And I hate to say it, but you get to that point, like when you're like almost dying, you think about stuff like that. And like, is me almost dying worth, you know, bringing another life into this world? But being a mother and loving those 2 boys that I already have, yes, it's worth it, because I've done it and I know I could do it again. So I want to put that out there, because I know there's a lot of women out there who, you know, they make that decision to, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and not keep the baby because I can't live like this. So I wanted to put that out there too, because I know a lot of women, they battle with that thought about, you know, maybe I can't do this. I gotta just, if I give up now, then, you know, I won't be sick like this anymore. But baby girl, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I do not like being in pain. So just keep your head up, you know, pray. If you're a praying person, pray. And just, if you do not have any support, just know that there are groups that will support you, and I just pray that you get through it. And before I jump back into the pump, I do want to say that there's this amazing support group that I found on Facebook. I don't even know how I found this group on Facebook, but there is a group, I want to say it's over 8,000 members strong, and every day there's supportive women in there that are just, you know, posting about their situations, and they talk about anything in that group, but most of it is about hyperemesis. And you'd be like, damn, it's such a relief to know that there are other women in the world that are going through what you're going through. I get a little emotional about it because, you know, it's real. It's something that women go through every day. And a lot of women don't know that there's other women out there that have been through what you've been through, made it. And some of them, you know, they are more than willing to share their experience with you and, you know, some of the things that they've went through. So, hyperemesis. Look them up on Facebook. It's a group called Hyperemesis Gravidarum. I can never say the G word, but just it's HG. But look up hyperemesis if you need support. These ladies are amazing. The group is amazing. You know, I probably wouldn't have made it this far without the support of those groups. It's amazing. So back to the pump. I have the pump. I'm going to show you what the pump looks like. And if you actually want me to do a video on how the pump works, I can. But I'm gonna do a little quick run through of, you know, how the pump operates. So this is what the pump looks like. This is what my pump looks like. Everybody may have a different pump, but this is the pump that I was sent from my home health care. They brought it over. They showed me how to plug everything up together. And what you do is this piece that I opened up, you're going to run a cord, the IV line through it, and what that does is make sure that it's administering the medication the correct way. And these two little blue and was that orange piece, they actually go in there, and then you would like close it. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but then this is my medicine bag, right? This is the medication that has Zofran in it. And this is how they come. They come in a box that are, and they're like they have like what are those ice packs in them to keep them cool. You're supposed to keep these refrigerated. But this one's empty. I just grabbed one, my empty ones. And then you plug it into the thing like this, right? And so once all that's done, you're still gonna have another end on this side. So this end here, and this is the part that I don't like. You would connect this end to another one, which will actually be your catheter, your needle. So you would plug that end into there, and then you're left with this piece. This piece, I don't like this piece because I don't like poking myself. I don't give a damn how small the needle is, but this is the piece that I actually, it's not that big, I swear. This is the piece that the needle is. So I just took that little plastic piece off. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. Oh damn, I don't think that helped. Let me bring it closer. There it is. Bam, right there. Bam. That's the needle, and that's the needle that you're going to actually insert into your stomach. So I just pick a spot in my stomach that I haven't already poked, and boop, you poke it right in your stomach. And you would sew that piece off with a piece of Tegaderm so it doesn't move, so it doesn't go anywhere. But make sure you clean your stomach. But yeah, that is the process. Then you have to push all the buttons on the actual Zofran pump. I'm trying to put the needle back in the thing. I'm not going to use it, but I don't want to poke myself later. So that's the process of the whole Zofran pump. Like I said, the first week it was not working at all. So my nurse called and had them change my dosage, and after they changed my dosage, I was good to go. I was ready for the world. So I'm in the military, so I had to figure out how I'm going to carry this pump around, because once it's in you, you're like toting this pump around, and it's got a little weight on it. So you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? But if I'm out and about, I'll just toss it in my purse. But you still got this IV line, and I'll just be like, this is me. Like, this was me. And I didn't care because I was surviving. I was making sure I was good, and I was making sure my baby was good. So a lot of people were looking at me kind of crazy, like, what's going on with her? Why she got these IV lines hanging out on her? And you know, if you ask, I'd be more than happy to tell you what's going on. But a lot of people just stare, and you know, it doesn't make no difference. It didn't bother me one bit. But for work, because I'm in the Army uniform, I was like, how am I going to make this work? So if you are in the military, you have hyperemesis, one of the ways that I used to tote my pump around was I got a Camelback. And if you don't know what a Camelback is, it's like a water book bag that you carry around. It's got a little tube where you can drink water, like a little. So I had a water one, a little water backpack for civilians, and I stuck my pump in there, and I was moving and going with my little pump on. So that's how I got around with my pump. But I am doing a lot better, and I plan on making a lot more videos, especially in the upcoming months. Today I am actually finally 6 months pregnant. Oh my gosh, it took forever! But I'm finally 6 months pregnant, and I told myself I'm gonna try my best to look flossy this pregnancy, because I look homeless my first 2 pregnancies, and you know, I want to make this last pregnancy because this is the very last child I am ever having. I want to make this one count. So did I tell you guys what I was having? Did I tell you what I was having? Oh my gosh, I'll tell you. So this is my gender reveal to you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. But no more boys. It is a sweet baby girl. I'm so excited. Somebody bought me this. One of my coworkers bought me. This is so cute. You don't even understand. I have boys, so this is just. I cannot wait to buy pink stuff and girl stuff. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm having a girl. I will post another video with my gender reveal, like pictures from my gender reveal party, and a quick video clip of me actually finding out what the baby was. I didn't know at all what we were having until that very moment, so I won't ruin the surprise, but it was one of the happiest days of my life. I'm still on cloud 9 and I'm just so happy I'm having a little girl. So thanks for watching. Please bear with me as these videos come in, but pretty soon I'll be on half-day schedule because the little nugget will be getting closer to coming, so I'll be able to make more videos. So thanks for watching.